Did anyone ever have one of these as a kid? They're pretty cool, hey? You have squares, circles, triangles, and if you were a truly elite 3-year-old, you might have even had a little star. Now, that's all fun and games, right? But what if I told you that this represents our education system, and each of these little shapes represent us as students of today and tomorrow? Let me explain. We were each made to fit into a little section, like so. Now, I don't know about you, but as a kid, I used to try and fit random shapes into the wrong cutouts, just to see what would happen. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you right now, it just doesn't work. So, why is our education system forcing us to fill spaces that we simply weren't made to fit? Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, today we will be discussing how the education system needs to change in order to truly be educational. We're forced to memorize useless content, regurgitate it out in exams, and then wipe our slates clean. And for what? Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you this. How many of you left high school with absolutely no idea how to conquer life? With no idea how to buy a house, do taxes, or even change a car tire? I mean, personally, I can't even win a game of Monopoly, let alone buy a real property. And in terms of taxes, well, there are people out there who will tell you that it's not the school's responsibility. It's up to your parents to teach you to do your taxes. But to all the parents in the audience tonight, do you send your kids to school for 6 hours a day just to end up doing the teaching yourselves? And who spent their hours outside of school, outside of part-time jobs, outside of the time that we spend labouring through the piles of homework that we're given, just to teach themselves the most basic of life skills? Like, who can relate? Raise your hand if you can. And instead of doing all these basic things, who spent their time memorizing how to find the x and y intercepts of a graph that, quite frankly, they haven't seen since they left high school? And I mean, let's be real. Who wakes up and thinks, wow, I'm going to sketch a polynomial today? No one? No takers? Well, unless you're a high school math teacher, of course, in which case you are the shape that fits. The only one. So why are our future actors and nurses wasting time on cubics when they should be packing for the roads that they're going to take? You tell me, ladies and gentlemen. You tell me. So what do I propose we do instead? Well, we'd have to start broad. Primary school teaches us to try new things, meet new friends, play with one of these. All vital life skills, might I add. But the second we pass that threshold and step into secondary, we should start narrowing down our options. Instead of having classes named maths, English, science, we should have classes like psychology, dentistry, journalism. Really help students figure out what shape they are and where they belong in our education system. Don't wait for tertiary education to force us into one of these categories. Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that 1 in 4 Australian students drop out of high school? To put that into perspective for you, that's 5 of the speakers who will share this stage tonight. 5 people who couldn't find their place in our education system. Ladies and gentlemen, let's fix this. Throughout the years, our methods of transport have changed from horses and wagons to trucks and cars. Today, our technology is as advanced as ever, providing us with limitless resources at the touch of a single button. Today, we as humans stand here as an evolved species. Everything has changed. So why hasn't our education system? Why, ladies and gentlemen, why do we still have the same chairs and desks and teaching methods that we had years and years and years ago? Ladies and gentlemen, things need to change. I hope that when the next generation of young, budding students step through these doors and into high school, they'll be as enthusiastic about learning as 3-year-olds are about these things. No, really, they love them. I hope that our education system will be preparing our children for the futures that they hold in the palms of their hands. I hope that one day, everything fits into place.